The Lakewood HOA will be using your garage this weekend for a community showcase.
That's my private garage. This isn't happening.
Imagine stepping outside for your morning coffee and discovering someone thinks they can take over your property without permission. That's what happened to Marcus Hayes, and the way he turned entitlement into a legal disaster, unforgettable. Marcus Hayes had built everything himself. His home by Lakewood Estates wasn't just a house, it was his sanctuary. A quiet deck overlooking the lake, a garage stacked with tools and memories, a space no one told him what to do with. That Saturday morning, Marcus stepped out with his coffee, breathing in the calm. But then he saw her, Valerie Steele, clipboard, sunglasses, posture rigid, confidence that didn't belong to her. "Good morning," Marcus said cautiously. She didn't respond with pleasantries. "The Lakewood HOA will be using your garage this weekend for a community showcase," she said flatly. Marcus blinked. "I'm not in your HOA. This is my private garage. That isn't happening." Valerie tilted her head. "You must be new. Everyone complies. It's a community event." "I'm not new," Marcus replied evenly, "and I'm not complying. This is private property. You have no authority." Her smirk widened. "Relax. It's already planned," and she walked away. Marcus shook his head, thinking the encounter was over. Rising tension. Days passed. Marcus went about his life. Garage locked, cameras active, doors secure. But he couldn't shake the feeling. Valerie's certainty, that belief that rules bend for her, was dangerous. One Tuesday morning, Marcus left for work, everything normal. When he returned, that calm shattered. The garage door was wide open. Voices echoed off the walls. Engines revved. His private sanctuary had been invaded. Marcus froze. Cars everywhere. Muscle cars, vintage roadsters, polished luxury vehicles. Each vehicle carefully placed as if he had approved it. And in the middle of it, Valerie Steele, clipboard in hand, directing everything. What is this?" he said, voice shaking. "Relax," Valerie said, casual, as if she owned the place. "Community showcase. You'll be fine." Marcus's calm cracked. "You broke into my garage. This is illegal. I told you no." Valerie rolled her eyes. "I'm the HOA president. This is for the community." "Community doesn't give you the right to break the law," Marcus said, jaw tight. He turned, walked inside, and made the call he had been waiting to make, his lawyer. Internal thoughts, emotional beats. While waiting for legal guidance, Marcus watched from his window. HOA members buzzed around like ants, arranging cars, directing photographers, checking tags. Each smile they flashed was a lie. Each gesture, entitlement. It wasn't about the community, it was about control. He thought about the principle. Property is private. Law isn't optional. Entitlement can feel like power, but it crumbles under scrutiny. And Valerie Steele? She didn't understand consequences yet. Legal action strategy. By late morning, tow trucks arrived. Drivers checked VINs, photographed placements, lifted cars with precision. Marcus stayed calm, observing every detail. Valerie noticed. "What are you doing?" she screamed, rushing toward the first truck. "You're trespassing," Marcus said calmly. "Everything here is being removed legally." Valerie fumed. "This is my HOA. You can't do this." Marcus didn't respond. Evidence spoke louder than words. Cameras, timestamps, your locksmith entry. Cars driven in one by one under her direction. Police arrived minutes later. Valerie tried excuses. Marcus calmly explained everything. First refusal, locked garage, locksmith arrival, cars entering without consent. One officer frowned. "You hired a locksmith to open a locked garage that does not belong to the HOA without the owner's permission?" Valerie stammered. I'm just trying to organize a community event." "Community doesn't give you the right to break the law," the officer said, handcuffs in motion. Neighbors had gathered quietly by this point. Some had known Marcus for years. Others had seen Valerie's antics before. Phones out, filming, murmurs spreading. Some HOA members looked stunned. Others whispered, "She can't get arrested." "Can she?" Marcus didn't raise his voice. He didn't need to. He let the law do the talking. By the time the last car was hooked to a tow truck, Valerie Steele was cuffed, trembling, clipboard discarded on the pavement, her fake authority gone. The neighborhood watched. Lesson learned: titles don't give power. Boundaries matter. Respect is earned. Resolution emotional beat. By the next day, Marcus's garage was empty, locked, exactly as it had been. Valerie Steele was removed as HOA president. Charges for trespassing, breaking and entering, and property damage were filed. Emails and community meetings confirmed the HOA's reputation was irreparably damaged. Marcus stood inside his garage once more, coffee in hand, listening to the silence. That quiet, restored order wasn't just a victory. It was proof that when entitlement meets the law, law always wins. Authority doesn't come from a title. Entitlement collapses under the law. Private property is private. And some lessons, they're expensive but necessary. If you believe no one should assume power over what doesn't belong to them, if you believe law and justice matter more than arrogance, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Voices Under Color, where we tell stories of real people standing up to entitlement and winning. Because in a world full of people who think they're untouchable, courage isn't loud. It's precise, calculated, and unstoppable.